The aim of the Chamber of Commerce dinner was to address pressing questions from local business leaders about the potential impact of the treaty on local trade and commerce. The evening began with speeches from the Chamber President and Chief Minister Fabian Picardo.
This is a deal that delivers all of the key fundamentals that we needed as a government. It delivers all of the key fundamentals that you need as a services sector. And it delivers none of the offences that the retail sector told us would be intolerable. Throughout this process, I have reminded our board that the Chamber has members in all sectors of the economy, and that if the deal was good for the majority, it needed to be supported. Clearly, the sectors trading in goods have concerns.
Questions from Chamber members were put to the Chief Minister through GBC senior journalist Jonathan Scott. These were varied, with concerns raised over key areas such as the transaction tax, VAT and cross-border trading. Mr Picardo highlighted how traders at the airport could price their products differently depending on where the traveller is going to, whether inside or outside the EU.
Now, if you go to any European airport now, there are different regimes that apply depending on where you're flying to. So you might go to an airport like Dublin Airport, and you might find that you go to a shop, which is before you split into Schengen travel or non-Schengen travel, and there you will see a bottle. This is the thing that interested me, that's why I know, I don't smoke, but a bottle of dark rum, and you will see two prices. You will see, if you're traveling into Europe and the Schengen area, 35 euros. If you're traveling outside of Europe and the Schengen area, quite remarkable, 13 euros.
The Chief Minister reminded members that the treaty agreement is on the movement of people and goods, but not services. As a result, any company wishing to provide services in Gibraltar, such as Amazon, would be required to establish a registered office locally. On the subject of food imports, Mr Picardo said products coming from the UK will reach Gibraltar's shelves much faster under the new arrangements. This in part will be due to the relocation of the Spanish customs post.
The Línea customs post is set to disappear from where it is now. We have been very much of the view that it's important that we do customs as close to Gibraltar as possible.
So there has been significant concern about these issues for Gibraltar businesses, particularly looking at Algeciras and how long it can take to do the customs clearance there.
And we've made that point at the negotiating table. It's a point that came across very strongly from the Chamber and the Federation, and we made that point at the table, and I think one will be making the same point from the point of view of Línea.
And on residency, the Chief Minister confirmed that the criteria for Cat 2 and HEP status is set to change.
We've got to get this balance right, but start thinking, Jonathan, that the time may come when we need to be very careful about who we allow into Gibraltar. In other words, our product may be so good that we may not want everybody who wants to come to Gibraltar and raise the price of property as much as it might be. Put as much of a burden on our public services as much as we might find. We may want to say the criteria now to become a Cat 2 going forward is actually much higher than it is now.
With the ink not yet dry on the treaty, there were some areas deemed too sensitive for the Chief Minister to go into. But overall, the evening covered a significant amount of areas, including how local businesses could expand their e-commerce reach across the EU.
I hope that some of the concerns that some businesses have may have been addressed, at least in part, from the answers that the Chief Minister gave to the questions that were raised.
I was very pleased for the invitation to have come now at the end of budget week as well, when everything is sort of being rounded off as we head into the summer.
A little summer holiday for you now?
Yeah, I need to get away. My team needs to get away. We're not all going to be away at the same time. There'll be a gap in which both Joseph and I are away, but there'll be a very small gap. Otherwise, as usual, we've ensured that one of us is always here.
You can watch highlights of the Chamber dinner, including the speeches, question and answer session and interviews on Viewpoint this Thursday at 9:30.